It's officially time for the winter arc. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, Sliv Squad? It's your boy Sliv. We're back here with another lifting video. Today is day one of the bulk, baby, aka the winter arc. Oh my gosh, gonna make so much progress. It's gonna be unbelievable. They're gonna be calling me Chunky Sliv, but not for long, because by the time the next summer hits, everybody gonna be saying Sliv might have just saved summer of 2026. We're back. It's day one of the bulk. We're gonna do a 12-week bulk starting today all the way until March 1st. We cut last week. We were down to 211. However, your boy just got back from a fully sponsored trip with Gymshark in the Bahamas, baby. No, I'm just kidding. It was sponsored by my father. For the whole fam, whatever. Yeah, that's cool. But one day. So we were eating a lot. We were drinking a lot. And we were winning loads of money at the casino. Let's go. We're down $500. But pretty much my whole paycheck from last week. This morning, we were at 220. So we put on a lot of weight down there. My goal is to get to about 250. So it's going to be not too much of a lean bulk. We're looking to gain 2.5 pounds per week. Picking up my meals, figuring out what I'm going to eat. The difference that I want in these meals is my cutting. I was eating about 2,700 calories per day, a little give or take there. And then obviously we got all of our supplements. I'll get a video out soon of all the supplements I take as a mid-tier sub-5 natty for my bulk meals. We're going to be doing 15 meals a week, Monday through Friday. I'm not going to say no to snacks anymore. I'll enjoy it a little bit. Last time I did a bulk, it was super shitty, not good. It was not planned. I just ate whatever. This time I want it to be a good bulk, a great bulk, so that we make great muscle mass progress until March, and then we hit that cut again, and by next summer we're feeling amazing. To add more calories, more carbs, and then enjoy myself a little bit, but not too much. Around 4,000 to 4,500 calories per day, so that we're absolutely smacking that calorie intake goal. So today I'm just cooking up those meals like a freaking genius. Get the meals and cook up the meals after a little recovery day. Hit the Normatex, hit some massage chairs, a little sauna, steam room, and then we'll cook it up and we'll talk a little game, maybe do a little pre-physique check right after Bahamas. But if you're new, like and subscribe, join the SlivSquad, follow on all platforms. We finna make it, dog. Let's hop right into this. Bang! So for breakfast, we're going to get the same old servings of ground beef, 4 eggs, a couple blueberries, and then we're going to add a bunch of carbs in there. So we're going to get a little bagel with peanut butter, and then a serving of hash browns with 3 slices of bacon. For lunch, we'll move around a little things. I got rid of the brown rice and serving of tuna. Instead, we added another serving of ground chicken. We also added a serving of penne pasta to get some carbs and calories. And then we're also going to throw a little Alfredo sauce on that to taste pretty good. So that's another 50-ish calories. And then for dinner, again, I got rid of the brown rice, and then I just added a serving of penne pasta with a little bit of steak bites. So I'll add a couple hundred calories, and then for the rest of it, we have serving ground chicken with some egg whites, a cup of broccoli, and an avocado. Then that brings us to a total for the day of 4,185 calories. Protein is a little high. It's at 278 grams of protein. Carbs are at 303, and fat should be a little bit over 100 grams. Now we just got to go shop and cook that shit up. All right, we just got back from a little recovery. It's almost 3 o'clock. barley is already smashed, cooked. So now we gotta get to cooking. We got the food in the flesh. Bang, for breakfast, we got 4 eggs, serving ground beef, a little bit of everything bagel with some peanut butter, and 3 slices of bacon. And I forgot the fucking hash brown and cheese. I also just realized I forgot to get hash browns. I thought I had everything. I was going to do hash browns. And then I also forgot to pick up cheese and bacon bits to add to my eggs and ground beef. So lunch, we've got ground turkey breast, ground chicken breast, you know, a little banana, of course. Although this is, I wouldn't really say this is little. I'd say this is like huge, like way more than comfortable. I think like maybe half of this would be like get the job done. We also got our pasta with a little bit of Alfredo sauce. Finally, dinner. With dinner, we'll also do a protein shake, but we've got egg whites, some more ground chicken breast, cut broccoli, easy, microwavable, some avocados, some chunky chuck steak, and some more pasta. So let's get to cooking, and I'll catch up with y'all after that. Bang! Curry! And we're all finished. Terps had to come off. I was sweating like a whore in church. Bulk meals are done. Come on, let me give you a freaking taste of this. Our breakfast, baby. Come on. We were going to have some hash browns in there, but low-key forgot to get them at the store. We've got our pasta, ground chicken, and ground turkey. Our dinner, meats, and pasta. We're done cooking our meals. I kind of switch gears real quick. Chat a little bit about my topic of the week, and then get a quick physique check. So the one topic that I wanted to kind of touch upon this week was something that I've been struggling with recently, and that is the idea of chasing fulfillment. A lot of times in my life where there's been something that I've really, really, really wanted. Like I would do everything I possibly could to get there. And throughout those journeys, because you're going to have different journeys, you're going to have different goals as your life goes on, I realized that I had always been chasing one singular thing, and that was this feeling of fulfillment. But what I realized is no matter what I did, I felt like I was running away from the feeling of emptiness rather than chasing fulfillment. There were so many things that I wanted to be, that I wanted to get, that I wanted to have in my life and through my career so far up to this point, gave me purpose. And I felt like if I had gotten to this next step, I had gotten to this kind of position, I had achieved this goal, then I would feel more of a sense of purpose in what I was doing. These goals and everything that I so badly wanted to achieve, I felt like each and every time I just fell short. I got so close, and then it just was taken away from me. It was shot back in my face. Something happened where it didn't go my way. I did something stupid, and then everything felt like it just fell back onto me. I kept pushing, and it was this sense of always being positive. Like I love to be positive. I love to wake up in the morning and enjoy my day, be excited about today. But there's been so many times in my life where I've just lost my anger. I've gotten really upset. I've lost my shit, for lack of better terms. I've just lost my shit because I have this sense of always being positive. So when something negative happens, it feels like it just starts to snowball. And then I think at the bigger picture and I realize I'm not where I want to be, or I didn't achieve something that I wanted to achieve. And instead, I had fallen short. And honestly, I'll sit here and tell you, my biggest fear is falling short. That every day, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to achieve and do something that I absolutely love, and that I'm going to fall short. cannot let that 5% of negativity, that 5% of doubt cloud my 95% where I'm ready to go, where I'm disciplined, where I'm hardworking, where I'm going after my dreams. Through these points in my life where I just get so down, I get so upset, I get depressed, I get angry at God, I get so frustrated, I'm screaming, I'm getting angry, I'm like, it feels like my heart's about to explode. It makes it feel like everything else is falling onto me. But on the grand scheme of things, that's only 5% of the time that I'm working, 5% of the time I'm going after these things. And when I have this feeling like I'm running away from feeling empty, this feeling of emptiness, this void that I'm trying to fill with things that aren't bringing me purpose, I just get caught up thinking that everything is so much worse than it is, and that all this bullshit positivity is doing nothing for me. When in reality, freaking 9 times out of 10, I am doing everything I need to do to achieve my goal, to achieve my dream. And recently, I've just been letting that 5% cloud the 95% that is good. And I think this goes for a lot of people. When you're working towards something, when you're going after something that you love, that's something that you truly want, dude, there are going to be times where you are literally like, I want to just jump off this building. I'm losing my mind. Everything is against me. God, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? There are going to be times like that. There are going to be times where you don't know what the fuck is going on. And you're like, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything right. Everything I need to do. And nothing is going my way. When that happens, you have to take a step back and realize that that feeling is only a small percentage of everything else that you're doing. And that you have to move forward and get past that. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a pro at that. I suck at it. I can't do it all the time. When you come back down to earth, when you come back down to cool off, you have to realize that that is such a small portion of what you're doing. And when you are fully chasing after that fulfillment, you can't let that feeling of void, that feeling of emptiness, cloud out everything else that you're doing. Yes, you are going to have tough days. Yes, you are going to have bad lifts. Yes, you are going to have shitty meals. You're going to get angry at God. You're going to question things. You're going to doubt things. But when you take a step back, you know deep down that that is not how you feel. That's not how you believe. And that is only a small portion of what you're going through. Step back and what you're doing in your life and realize that 95% of the time you are killing it. You are doing what you need to do to reach those goals. Don't let that 5% cloud out everything else. Don't let that 5% cloud out your positivity, your goodness, your hard work, your will, your attitude, your positivity, everything that you are doing right. Don't let that small portion kill you inside. And so how does this circle back to the topic of chasing fulfillment? It's because when that negativity is dragging you down and telling you that you're empty, that you have nothing, that you have no purpose, you have to remember what fulfills you, what drives you, what gets you going in the morning. You have to remember why you do it and what you do it for. Because when your back is up against the wall, that is going to push you back in the face of adversity. Chase that fulfillment. Don't run from emptiness. Don't run from the void. Instead, chase fulfillment. When things aren't going your way, when negativity falls on you, remember why you do it and what you do it for. And just realize that that is a small portion, and do not let it crowd out the good and the great that you are doing in your life. So chase fulfillment, know what fulfills you, and remember why it fulfills you and what you're doing to get there. Chase fulfillment, don't run from emptiness. That's the topic of the week, chasing fulfillment. I feel like my whole life I'm chasing fulfillment, and the fulfillment comes from the God that brought me here, my Lord and Savior. It makes me feel fulfilled doing these videos, streaming, making content, lifting, working out, meal prepping. Like, I know that fulfills me. I know that brings me purpose. And I may not be where I want to be in that journey right now, but I'm doing everything I possibly can to get there. And one video might do very bad. One lift might feel shitty. One meal I might skip. But I have to remember that I am on the right path. And by God's grace, I will prevail, and you will see me living out my dream. Just gonna get a little physique check before we turn into chunky Sliv, baby. Come on, let's go. All right. Let's pop the turbos. And I've got gray sweatpants on. Don't look down there. Your boy's not tagging. They're a little chunky right now. Front poses. We're hoping to get to about 250 for this bulk, and hopefully you'll see a lot more muscle development within my physique, just like more peak in the bicep, bit of thicker build in the tris, a wider back, get that meat back on my legs and my booty. The core obviously not going to shape up when you're bulking. Your core is going to go away. I want that chest to pop a little bit more, and the good thing is that will all grow with my muscle mass. And I'm actually doing these lifts. This is the first time I'll be doing an actual, like, physical, real bulk. So I'm hoping that with the actual lifts that I'm doing, it will actually build the muscle, because I've been doing that cut for about 12 weeks now. Now I can really lock in with building that muscle, building that physique. But it's just kind of a base. Hopefully it didn't get messed up. Like a base. Like, obviously I got to work on my poses and stuff too. I'm not like a bodybuilder at this point. I'm still finding my way through this whole journey. It's just the beginning. It's still early on. But I promise you, we will make it. Like, I gotta work on my posing, stuff like that. Videos and everything. We're gonna get back to streaming since we've been away for so long. Yeah! Do it talk! If you are viewing this, if you happen to see this, I thank you guys for watching. This is just the beginning. Sooner or later, you're gonna be seeing that it's gonna be getting millions of views. So claim your OG ticket. I love being corny, man. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you soon with another video. Check out my other videos. We got some Minecraft videos. Check out my other pages. We're growing up. We're up and coming. Up. Come on, why does it keep doing it? It won't track me, but we're up and coming. We're up next. It's the Winter Rock, baby. Thanks for tuning in. Sliv out.